Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my 9/11 story. Now, around that time, my parents had gotten divorced, so it was just me, my mom, my younger sister, and my grandparents living in the house. I was about 13 years old, and my sister was about 9 years old, I think. And the morning of 9/11, it seemed pretty normal to me. I got up, got ready for school, and took the bus to school. But now here's the strange part. When I was on the bus, I was in and out of sleeping, so I had like some kind of, I don't know what you'd call it, but I'm calling it a vision. And it was like the World Trade Center and just like it collapsing. The planes hit it and it collapsed. And that's why I saw in my vision. And I woke up and was like, what the hell just happened? So I didn't know what it meant. So I just went on with my day. And we got to school. I remember that morning the sky was completely blue and no clouds at all. It was really pretty. And I went inside for breakfast about maybe 7:45, 8 o'clock. And after breakfast we started homeroom. And during homeroom there was an announcement saying that a plane hit one of the towers. Me being 13, I didn't really know what that meant. And of course, I was in special ed, so that I didn't know anything about this building. So, all I knew was one of the teachers, not my homeroom teacher, the teacher, I think one of the teachers next door, they started crying. And they were talking to my teacher about it. And the weird part is, outside my homeroom window, we could see the smoke from the buildings. Now, we were a couple, not even near the buildings at all. And it was surprising that we were even able to see that much. So, we went on with our classes, and I think about third period, I went to my English class, and I was called to the office. Now, I was always a good kid, and I was never called to the office at all. So I thought that was really weird. And like, I rarely got pulled out of class for anything. So when I went to the office, on the phone call they said that I was getting taken out of school. My grandfather was picking me up. So I went to the office. I was asking him questions about what was going on, and he didn't really say anything in the school, but then he told me pretty much everything that was going on when I was in the car with him. And I was like, what about my mom and my sister and my dad? And he said that my mom went to get my sister from her school, and on the way home we listened to everything going on the radio. And okay, now my house is between my school and where the city is. So this is where my house is, this is where my school was, and all the way past the bridge is where the World Trade Center was. So as we were getting to my house, the smoke was getting a lot worse. And I didn't really understand what was going on, so once we got home, my grandparents had it on TV. And they said on the radio right before we got out of the car that another plane hit the building. And when we were home, we were watching it on TV, and I saw the buildings, and then I was like freaked out because of my vision that I had that morning. So I didn't say anything to anyone about my vision, and we continued watching it on TV, and I was just totally freaked out because I was like, the building's gonna collapse. And my mom, and my grandparents were like, no, it's not gonna collapse. It's made to hold pretty much everything. And I'm like, no, it's gonna collapse. And then a few minutes later, it collapsed. And yeah. So the rest of that day, we pretty much just watched it on the news. And we later on, probably in the evening, we called my dad and made sure he was okay. He said that he was okay and he didn't want us going to school for the next maybe 2 days or so. The thing is, my dad, he was a school safety officer, and he would do volunteer work and help out in the city all the time, which is why we were worried about him. And he told me and my sister a few weeks after everything happened that morning he was supposed to be by the World Trade Center, and he ended up waking up late for work that morning. So that pretty much saved his life. And later on, maybe after a year after that, I pretty much told my mom and my aunt and a few other people about the vision, and my mom said that she had something similar happen when her grandmother died, and my grandmother said that she had something similar happen when she was younger too, but she didn't really tell me what happened. So now I'm just like, I have this gift and it's like freaks me out. And also, a couple of times it's happened several times, but I'll get into that story another time. It has to do when my dad died. But I wanted to let everyone know about my 9/11 story. There's probably three or four more videos before Supernatural starts up again. And then I'm gonna do videos on that. So if you like this video, like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time.